I first say that I want what happened is about what I feel about better is better, things of that nature. And, been with the time to, say what it is I want to say. It's just that certain racism, certain types of positions or places of racism had to be what uh uh a warning, some type of a statement that I want to make, you know, more of what could be ready for a time of what happens to make, uh 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 a state that I want as one that is spoken about. But at a time when I spoke and say about different people who who could have been who could have been killed, or people who died, or different ways that things happen, about what it is that can be said about what I expected, what I could say that I expect is that there are many different types of ways that I would have wanted to have made a time, or have had it be that this could be a good time for it to be uh, 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 a place to say, or have a time to say what it is that can happen about 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 a, a dangerous, you know statement, a state, um with what it is that I wonder, while it is that I have time, is that, at this point in time, um it's not a a characteristic of what it is that I would want to say to make to make a joke out of something that I want to not have become something like that at this point in time. You know, there were three families, there were three houses, there were three places that could be, you know, watched or concerned with regards to what amount of times I could have that these things could be missing. Man. I said about gypsies and this to make it look like it was cool, it was smart. But I mean, in the amount of time that these things happen, it's not a community to look for, to seek out. It's not a community to 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 travel to, or to find another place, or to locate something to have. It's not a place to 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 look for another apartment, another house, another housing statement or something like that. And about that, I mean, and with that time, is that's not something that I want to bother me. It was convenient. It was cool. It was something I said that could have been, smart. That could have achieve the time to make it become that there was a people, a lot of different type of white people who escaped, who left. But what it is they had that made it that they could escape and leave was, um, uh, a position, a time that I had with regards to a lot of many things, uh, establishment, a time of what it was that they had to be. Many different concerns and considerations that they want that they can keep, but I feel as though even words like white trash, like nigger and things like that, they can't come together. As a word like kids, or are you making this for your kids and things like that? They can't. But it's just it's a priority, and it's a state that it's a time I want to talk, or would have had to talk. I would have said something about about what it is that can happen, or what it is that does happen. When it is that there are things that I want to say something about. Um, I do, and for what it is and for what it was. It was a time. It was times that I had. It's things that I said. It's it's more of a of a of a of a of a of an entire explanation or definition that I feel that everybody that has something to do, that everybody involved with what it is involves needs. Of course, it's people. Of course, it's police. Of course, it's these things that happen with regards to police officers. Um, that happens, but no matter what or how it is, it has that what it is that can come. And what this time is that I feel as though that there is that it's necessary. It's necessary for it to be a deserving priority that you know that I could have, for myself to maintain the state, to stipulate. And I feel as though that's that, I didn't want to have time to make, of many different types of a person's racism, and even black priorities to collect with these things. It's not the day to talk about different types of racial slurs, that I want to talk about in different ways that people could express them, to have something come, to me, as it is it could. I feel better for right now, but at this point in time, I can be very, 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 very upset with what it is I feel as though about the account I have, that I had to have made, the account I made, the statement I made, the condition I made, that that can't continue the fluidity of the state of what it is that had the opportunity to create what it is that happens. What happens is there are more times, they're bigger reasons, they're police stations, and there are reasons that people get arrested, reasons that they don't get arrested. At this priority, at this position, I feel I feel as if it is that the arrested police officers in the state and your township, they have something that they have to do. They have something that they have to 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 grant, that they have to give. They have to give their time to a position that they have to be inclined to make a state for a time to have that they themselves, have that there's something that they can do about, what it is that they do when they arrest people and how it is they arrest people. I know, and I have that there was times when it was simple. It was of an easy position I could have to have that I could maintain it, have something that wasn't even sustained to operate, to integrate, to agitate, to stipulate with. But the decision decided by the racism of the case that can't even condition what it is that these individuals here located in this area have. It's not my place to operate or to entertain what it is or what about that time, the moment when I came home that could make it so much of what it is that they had to maintain for those 6 to 7, those 18, those 35, those 50 to 70, 80 people can come to be, about what it is that happens with regards to everybody. Everybody that has what it is they can be, is that I just feel it will be better, if it was time that could be better. But even at these statements, even at this point, even while it is that this is a position I have I can speak, it's something else. There's something else that I could want to do. It's something I could want to say. It's something I do want to say. But what it is it's that the entire priority of property, of leases, subleasing, of 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 rental properties, of renting, it got very taken. It got very difficult. Um, about a tax regarded property, the New Jersey Treasury and things like that. It's that that's not proper. But about a tax for for my house, for me to have income tax, for me to have tax relief, a tax relief fund, a tax relief, a check for tax relief on my property tax releases. It's not me with the mistake to make that can't create a time. That's enough for me to know about property taxes and me needing relief with it. That's not special. It's not right. It's not correct. It's not perfect. It's not good. Even to locate, I have something correct with it. I know that it's the time. Then it's going to be right. It's going to be right when it is that check is given to me, again, based on what it is, it was 90 days to void, 90 days for that check to never come to a logical state again. 2 months from now, and in May, there'll be another check that'll come here, that'll get here. There'll be another check, another check about property tax relief, and I won't have the time to quickly take it to a place where it can be, a statement that I would have spoke of about the devil's money. About it'll be a place that it comes, but now have to also be destroyed. Have to be destroyed. The way that it could be, and the way that it can be. And as it is, and how it is, amen. That being so much is it's not enough time to have that. These different things can make a statement that I want come to be a point that I want to achieve. It's that that's still not correct. It still can't be correct. It still can't, make the time become, right to have people do things about what happens. Where it is that I have what could happen here. I wanted to have said things. I wanted more to say. I wanted what it is I was going to say to make sense, but that this could be trying to make sense. It's that the sense I have. I wanna make is I don't feel anything in this entire time can make a right with regards to the reasons I have to not locate what it is that I want to. I would also like what I do that I have that, whereas I do like, and that's here how I have it. But it's not enough. It's not enough time. It's not enough. It's not enough places. It's not. It's not a state. It's not. It's not. It's not the correct day of what it is I want to say for time to be, convincing me of what it is that I want to have about now to want to have done. Um, I've more time to think. More things I want to think about. I just feel like things I want to say, things I could have said, but as it is, as far as it could be, there's not even any white people who live on this street that I live on. It's not that makes them gone. It's only that they're not here. But if they were here, it would have been things I could say. It would have been what I wanted to say. It would have been how things could have been said. It would have been more to have done about what it is I have and what it is it can be. So not even what it is I want to say located. It's just time for me that I can recover because man, it's it's not that, or it's not an insult. It's not even it's not proper, for this time to be, you know, um, what I want to say, what I want to say, or how it is I want to say what I want to say. Um, but there were times, you know, it really is that time. It's not time, and then what I was saying about, this house. I'll tell you what I was going to say. When I got that check, the way it is that I had it, I was going to do something, man, as well as this. I was going to say what happens is, what could happen. I was going to say this. This is what This is what I would have did. I would have gave this house to my daughter and her family. Or I gave this to Amani and her family. I would have said, this is what you guys can have, you know, because this is my house to sell. So I'm gonna give it to you guys, you know, thinking about that. Give it to those two individuals so they can have something, you know. But even in doing that, by doing that, it was something I thought while I was here that didn't make a right reason to escape that 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 time I had that I could have had that I would use to have to have made that something that could have been, you know, I feel would have been a mistake, you know, would have been a mistake, but it wouldn't have been one I could have dealt with. I'm sure they would have been here to get at the things they had here, you know. It would have been time. I feel as though that's what they had. They would have had that. You know what I mean, being what it is that they would have had. This would have been a small house, you know, the basement, something they could have used, you know, with the time they would have had. They would have been able to be up here, upstairs and downstairs, wherever they felt as though it would happen. It could have been that would have been something that they could have did, you know, for themselves, you know. But even what it is I had, you know, for what it is I felt could be, you know, somebody talking to my daughter and things, and having it that I could go to a wedding, you know, to see them get married, see them two get married. It's not correct for that to become what it is correct. What's right is that there is time for Amani McClendon to marry who it is that she's going to get married to, but she doesn't have a lot of time to marry who it is that she lives with and that she's with and that she's going to become with. She doesn't. She had that time. She had that time. And that's the time, and that's enough time. It's enough time for that to have been what it is going to be. But I'm gonna Well, I'm going to want it to. I'm not going to want to be I'm not going to conclude, what happens to make a sense of time. It's just that I would want for it to be that that could happen too. Meaning that it could happen that there could be someone who get married, but it would have to be who it is that's going to get married. But at this point in time, I have that I would want it to be something that what I mean, that would be right. I mean, for them, but so so.